everybody. Welcome to Mother Rabbit's Kitchen. This is the part of the show where Camden tries to make noises over the sound of my voice because he knows we're recording. Anybody else have a 2-year-old out there? If there were a contest for who is the tooiest 2-year-old that ever tooed, he would win. Okay, I've got the tooiest 2-year-old ever. Just a few more months until he turns 3. We'll see how that goes. In my experience, sometimes 3 is harder than 2. Anyway, that's not what this show is about. Not totally. Today, it's about homemade granola. So let's get started.
Wait for me.
This is my Skylar Faith. This is Camden, my tooiest 2-year-old ever.
Hello.
Yes. He's got crazy hair this morning. All right, so this granola recipe is so easy, and it's healthy, and it's delicious. It's crunchy. It's filled with oats. It's got sweetened with maple syrup, and there are a lot of variations you could do to make it work with whatever you have in your... Stop. I love you. To make it work with whatever you have in your pantry, or however you want to make it. You can kind of do whatever you want. The most important ingredients in granola are oats, basically. And then you can kind of take it from there. So, I've got tea. I've got my teapot going behind me. You can have tea too. You need to stop or else you can't do this with me. Okay? Will you cook with me? All right, let's get the first thing going. The first thing we're going to do, and again, this is an optional ingredient, but I feel like this flavors it so much. I'm going to use some sliced almonds. I always just buy a pack from my local grocery store, which is Publix, and this is a 5.2 ounce package, so anywhere between 3 and 8 ounces. Shh. This is probably, it's hit me in the head. This is, I don't know how many cups this is. I can measure it out for you if you'd like to know. So let's see. I probably should. Okay, let's see how many cups of sliced almonds this is. It's going everywhere. Hold on.
Hello.
Can you hold this for me? Can you hold it? Don't turn it yet. Don't turn it yet. Can you hold it? Can you hold this? Can you hold this? Okay. I just want to, just for them watching, I want to see how many cups this is. Okay, so that's 1 cup. Turn it over. Okay, hold it up. I'd say it's like 1 2/3 of a cup. So I'm gonna write that down actually, so when I write this recipe, I can do it. Okay. Okay, 1 2/3 cup of sliced almonds. Obviously, if you want to just do 1 cup, or if you want to do 2 cups, you do whatever you want. It's granola. Anything goes. You make it your own. My tea is about to boil, which is very important. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna crush these almonds. This is really fun for the kids to do. You want to crush them? Go ahead. They all wash their hands, so we're going to crush.
Almonds. Almonds don't taste like anything.
That's true. Almonds don't. Okay, this is the funny thing. Raw almonds practically taste like nothing. Toasted almonds, especially if they're salted or have some sort of seasoning on them, taste really good.
I've never.
But almond extract is like the most flavorful extract in the whole world. We love almond extract in this house, don't we? We really do. And almond extract is so strong. So it's so funny how something that has such a mild flavor can have such a strong, robust flavor in an extract. I mean, obviously it's concentrated, but still, it's really, really packed with flavor. All right, do you want your jasmine cut?
Yeah.
All right, keep crushing them.
I've never tried a roasted almond before.
You actually don't. Oh, you can. Do you want to try one of these? Or no? You don't have to crush these if you don't want to. I like to because the person who eats this the most in my family is my 5-year-old son. No. Keep it in the bowl. Yes, you can try it.
I'll try it.
You want to taste it? You can totally leave them intact, but I like to break them up because my 5-year-old son is very sensitive to certain textures. So, and also he's just one of those, if he like recognizes that there are almonds in here, it might mentally make him feel like he doesn't want to taste it, but he loves this recipe. And since he's such a picky eater, I love that I can basically inject him with all this nutrition.
It pretty much tastes like a nut, and it actually mostly tastes like the crunchy. No, I'm not liking, Mama.
Yeah. You know likey? Okay. Well, you don't have to put it back. Okay, go ahead and put it back.
Yeah.
This recipe makes 2 huge Ziploc bags full of granola. I just keep them in the freezer and scoop it out as needed. It thaws in seconds, really, so. All right. This is kind of a stress reliever too, like a little bowl of stress balls.
Oh,
If we keep going, we'll make our own almond extract. There are so many recipes for homemade granola, and I love that because everyone can put their own spin on it. I started making this a couple of years ago, and I just researched. I did lots of research on different recipes and different ways to sweeten it and oils and just all the different things you can do. So I kind of came up with this to suit what our family loves about granola and the nutritional value that I wanted to add to it. All right, so this is nice and ground up. I actually can't scoop because I have to be on camera. You don't have to be, but you can absolutely help me out. All right, and we are going to do 6 cups of oats. I was going to do this live video yesterday afternoon, and then I realized I was not going to have enough oats, so we went to the store today and got some. Okay, ready? We need 6 cups of oats, middle of the bowl. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll just call that 3, and then we'll start with this one. Oh, you know what? I forgot to preheat my oven. We're gonna preheat the oven to 300 degrees. So just remember that. That was 3 cups. We're gonna do the other 3 in just a second. Do not do anything.
Fingers.
All right.
3 cups of oats.
Okay.
3 cups of oats.
I can't tell you how many times I lose count of my scooping, then I have to start over. Or I just go with it. This is so forgiving that it really wouldn't matter. But when you're doing like one of those baking recipes that is not as forgiving.
That's
4. Okay. 5. And 6.
We're done.
We're done with the oats. Okay, the next is, I'm gonna add 6 cups of cereal. If you don't wanna add cereal, you don't have to. You can add a little more oats or some more almonds or whatever you like. But I do like to add some sort of low sugar cereal. I started out by doing checks, rice checks, and then I usually just go by what is on sale, especially when it's BOGO. So normally I throw the whole box in, but this is a really big box, and also it's half gone. So I'm gonna measure about 6 cups, but I might go a little higher, I'm not sure. One. You could do Rice Krispies, checks, this is Special K. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6.
Yes!
I feel like that's probably good, but since I just have like a little bit of this left, I'm just gonna
Pour it all in.
Yeah, not the crumbs, but so that was probably more like 6.5 or 7 cups.
Okay.
Yeah, you can taste it.
I want to taste it. Oh, I got a big flake.
And then you can do
It
this
looks
if you
like
want
a
to or
dinosaur.
not. I'm just gonna crunch these
I
up just a
got
little
a
bit.
dinosaur
You wanna crunch them up?
flake.
Oh wow, that's a big one. We love to get like the biggest Special K flakes. For some reason they taste better. It's like a big sweet potato chip. All right. So, okay. I thought you were gonna crunch it, so I'm just crunching it down just a little bit to kind of get everything similar size. And then we're gonna do a package of coconut flakes. This is a 14-ounce package. I should probably measure this out too.
Don't forget to let us taste.
All right.
They have our own pile.
I think that's enough crunching. We don't want it too crunchy.
Crunch.
Down. Okay. Where are the scissors? I had to put them far away because Camden kept trying to grab them. I'm going to measure out how many cups this is so that I can write this in the recipe. And then break the rule every time I make it. Okay, ready? So we'll do...
Yum. They're
Whoops.
so soft
Okay,
and they
that's
taste
one.
like lettuce.
2,
Do not waste the corn. Those.
3,
It's gone.
4. Okay, so I would say that's about 5 cups. I'm going to write that down.
Can we?
That's sweetened coconut flakes. You don't have to use them, and you don't have to use sweetened ones. So did I say 5 cups just now? Did I say
Like
5 cups?
5 and a half.
No, I definitely didn't say a half. 5 cups.
He says, you said about 5.
Okay, about 5. Okay, so that's good. So really it's gonna be like 4 because of what's happening right now. Who doesn't love coconut? Oh my gosh, it's so good. And when it toasts up in the oven, so good. Notice that the oven is at 300, not 350. You wanna go low and slow for granola. It will burn pretty easily, especially because there's gonna be maple syrup in it. So it'll get nice and toasted and crunchy and sweet as it goes in the oven. Okay, focus everybody.
Okay.
So good though. Okay, and here's where I add some more nutritional value. I like to add either wheat germ or ground flaxseed or a mixture of both. If you prefer something else like chia seeds or hemp, just a little bit more. You can do whatever you want. So I add a cup of whatever I have or whatever I feel like using. I do have flax in the freezer, but I don't feel like getting it out. So I'm just gonna do a cup of wheat germ. Wheat germ is so very good for you. And it adds just like a little nutty flavor. It's a very pleasant, mild. It's got, what does it have in it? It's got protein. It has vitamin E, vitamin A, iron, folate, thiamine, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, zinc. Ooh, zinc, come on.
What's zinc?
Did I say folate? Yeah. I mean, that is packed with nutrition right there.
Nutrition.
All right, so I'm gonna put that in the fridge. All right, and then we're gonna put in some cinnamon. I have written down 3 teaspoons, but we're just gonna kind of shake 3 teaspoons in. Go ahead.
Shake it out. Oh, shake this.
You can pat it too. Okay, that looks like probably 3 teaspoons right there.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do a cup of coconut oil, which I'm gonna scoop out.
We're gonna really need a bigger bowl.
Yeah. No, we won't. It's fine. Woo! Breathing in that cinnamon. Okay. I'm just gonna plop in this coconut oil.
Ew.
Okay, it's just oil. I'm actually gonna stick it in the microwave just for like 30 seconds to break up the solids.
Huh? Inside a coconut?
It's the oil from the coconut. Which, don't ask me. Camden, can you not, like with all the coconut?
I
mean,
maybe
you can eat this raw, but it tastes better toasted. But it also tastes really good raw. Oh, our tea, I forgot.
Oh, that is oil. It just looks more thicker, like that, than that, than that, than that, than that, than that. Wait. I'm good doing it. Why does it look like in the camera that I have sunblock on?
I don't know. Good.
Thumbs up.
Do you want an ice cube in your tea?
Yes, please.
is preheated, so that's good. We're just gonna mix in the rest of the ingredients and pop it in. Oh yeah, that's good tea. Camden, there's yours. Do not knock it over, okay? It's a little bit hot.
I know what to
Okay,
do.
you need to stop eating this.
Stir it up.
All right, so I have my coconut oil. Stop. I'm just gonna mix this just a little bit. You need a really big bowl for this. If you don't wanna make this much, you can just cut the recipe in half and then you'll only need 1 baking sheet. You wanna try to stir it? That's gonna be a disaster. Oh, yeah, okay, stop. There's granola in between my toes right now, no joke. Okay, thank you for stirring. You did such a great job getting it between my toes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a big fan of not wasting food, but when it goes in between your toes, you just have to kiss it goodbye. All right, can you
not kiss your toes? That
don't
is
kiss your toes?
disgusting.
No, stop eating it. Here, pour this in for me. Oh.
Satisfying.
Oh. This is gonna help it get nice and crispy in the oven and help kind of bring everything together. And then we're just gonna measure out a cup of maple syrup. The measurements in this recipe are so easy to remember, although I still get out my recipe every time.
That's maple syrup.
All right, let's see if we can get a full cup out of this. All right, yeah, that's a cup right there. Perfect. We're all about that real maple. Yep, just drizzle it all over. A nice slow drizzle all over. Okay. It is very satisfying. It's very relaxing to see maple syrup being poured. And granola is such a comfort food too. I love it. Okay, that can go in the sink, honey. All right, so Cam, I'm gonna stir this time because I definitely don't want granola with maple syrup in between. I will let you stir in just a second, okay? All right, let me make sure I have everything in there. I've got my almonds, my oats, cereal, coconut, wheat germ, cinnamon, oil, and maple syrup. So we are good to go. Okay, here, you go ahead and stir very gently. Very gently. Okay. Good job. Okay, hold on. Let me just finish stirring it and then you can taste it, okay? Always wants to taste it. So do I. When this comes out of the oven and it's hot, it is hard not to stand there and eat handfuls of it. You just pick it up and it kind of sticks together so you get a nice big chunk. And then you just keep going until you realize that you're eating half the pan. Okay, go ahead and taste it. Do you want to taste it, Sky?
Yeah, I want to taste it. That's syrup.
He's trying to dip his finger in it. It doesn't really dip. You have to pick it up. You have to kind of pinch it. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is get out our 2 baking pans, our sheet pans, and line them with tin foil or parchment paper, whichever you prefer. Suspiciously quiet over here, so I'm wondering how much of the granola is actually going to make it into the oven today. All right, so let me just clean up this area so that my baking pans don't get granola on the bottom of them. Okay, he's like, where'd you put my granola? Okay, that's one way to clean up. Ow. And Camden's bringing his stool over to the bowl of granola. I'm actually bringing it back over here, buddy. Here, bring your stool back. Poor thing. Okay. Over here, buds. Over here. Uh-oh, now he sees the COOKIES.
Oh!
That's not good. We're going to be doing some cookie decorating today. Just for
First
fun.
ingredient, pour your tea all over it.
Yeah, don't pour your tea all over it. That would not be good.
I said pour your tea all over it.
All right, one more stir because I'm so OCD about
My
making sure
turn.
everything is together.
My turn.
We actually don't need you to stir it anymore, but thank you so. Oh yeah, you can lick the spoon. That's fine.
Oh, I want to lick it. Oh,
It's okay. All right, so I'm just gonna do half and half the best I can.
I'm gonna take a piece.
Thank you.
And guess things.
Okay, so I do about half, do the other side, and then I just check see if they're even.
Oh, well, they might not be even because I'm gonna take some. Ooh, look at that. With all the cinnamon. It has the cinnamon.
The cinnamon's everywhere. Yeah, go ahead and taste it. This smells like fall. And I know it's still technically July, but I'm kind of ready for fall. Now in Florida, we don't get fall. Not until like January, mid-January, which we get the most beautiful weather from January through March. So I'm thankful for that. But we don't get a fall, but we still decorate and eat like it's fall. So this is getting me excited for all of the fall things that I'm gonna cook and bake and eat.
Like cranberry sauce?
Cranberry sauce. I make the best cranberry sauce in the whole world. If you think you don't like cranberry sauce, you are wrong, my friend, because you haven't had my cranberry sauce. And if you have had my cranberry sauce, you're gonna get excited when I do a recipe video for it. You can make it at home.
Hey, you're so good.
Oh, but let's not scooping it off the tray. Okay, here. Why don't you just like find whatever's in that bowl. All right, so look how perfect that is. It's just about like maybe like 3/4 of an inch thick. So it's not too thick. And we'll cook all the way through. And we're gonna cook this in the oven for 30 minutes total, but I'm gonna switch the racks halfway through because just like all ovens, my oven kind of cooks a little bit unevenly, depending on what rack you are on. So I wanna get it nice and even. I'm very surprised that I have even any granola left going in the oven right now. So look how pretty that is. I gotta pause for a second so I can get a still shot. Okay, sorry, thank you. And I'll probably do that again when it's all done. Now you might be there, no, but. Can we not? Let's say we did. All right. So I'm gonna put it on for 15 minutes. Okay, it is such a mess here right now. You might be thinking to yourself, she's live. What is she gonna do for that 30 minutes while the granola is cooking? We're just gonna stand here. No, we are actually going to do some freezer organization and inventory.
What does that mean?
Good question. I'm so glad you asked. Well, you know what organization means, right?
Organizing?
Mm-hmm. And what do I mean by organizing? What do you do when you're organizing? Kind of like cleaning it up and putting everything in a certain place.
Wait, you're cleaning this counter?
Well, yeah, we definitely have to clean the counter, but we also have to.
Not
My freezer has become a little bit of a jungle. And once in a while I get really organized and I go through and I take inventory of everything that I have. I make a list and then I check things off as I use them. And it's such a great way to not forget about things that you stick in the freezer going, oh, I can use this later. And then you forget about it and it's like 6 months, a year later, and you're like, is this still good? It's freezer burn, and then you have to throw it out, and that's not good. So I'm gonna go through everything in my freezer right now, and you're gonna come with me. Might be a little bit embarrassing. We might find things that have been in there like way too long that we need to throw out. But we're going to kind of, I was gonna say inventory everything. Is it, can you inventory something? Is that a verb? We're gonna inventorize everything. That's definitely not a word.
Oh, definitely not I'm out.
You're out? Okay.
Oh
my God.
Taste the granola.
It's so good. What? Here. You want one more bite? Okay. We gotta organize the freezer. You want me to leave it here? I need this space clear because I gotta put stuff out. I'm just gonna grab a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm gonna start making lists of everything I have so that I don't ever have to go into the freezer to see, hey, what do I want to make for dinner this week? Oh, you want teacup? Okay, I'll make you teacup. Okay? You want teacup?
Yes.
Say, I want teacup.
I want teacup.
He calls tea teacup. Isn't that so cute? Say, I want teacup.
I want teacup.
Say, may I have teacup, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't taste the sugar because of the maple syrup.
Yeah, well, you ate sweet granola. Sky, can you get the broom? There's granola all over the floor. All right, before I do the freezer, guys, I am just gonna clean up a little bit. If you are cooking this with me, you clean up your kitchen, I'll clean up mine, and we'll compare which one is actually messier. I win, okay? My garbage is already full because I'm throwing out like a big thing of oats and empty oats and a big empty box of cereal, and that pretty much takes up the whole dang garbage. So, just gonna clean this up a little bit. Can you just move the stools and sweets around there?
I can't. I have to go to the bathroom and
Can you just do that first and then you go to the bathroom and stuff?
no, I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And one protect.
I mean, if it's an emergency, then might as well just go. Oh, Cameron's gonna do it. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, awful.
I'm just gonna put my ingredients back in my pantry, and then we'll get organizing the freezer. I don't think it'll be too embarrassing in my freezer because we did just move like 8 months ago. So I have done this. I've done this in the past year. But every time I do this, I'm like, I can't believe I forgot about that. All right, I'm gonna make teacup for this little one. I'm gonna use my leftover tea bag. A little less strong. Oh, Cam, where are you going with that broom? Nobody's actually sweeping, and why are there magnets all over the floor? All right, let me baby wipe this so it doesn't piece with anything sticky. Buddy, can you sweep the actual mess in here, or are you just gonna push the broom around the house? I think he's just gonna push the broom around the house. Okay, here's some leftover cookie icing from yesterday when I was decorating my peppermint cottage cookie, which is one of my entries for the Silas baking competition that I'm going to be applying for this week.
Back to drink my tea.
Ooh, that was a little slippery. Hold on. A little slippery right there. I think it's just water. All right, Camden, can you let Skylar do that?
What do you mean?
I want you to sweep. He's not going to be able to do that. All right, I'm just going to get a piece of paper.
Okay, Cam, let me have the broom. He's not going to let me, so I'm not going to clean.
Okay, that's fine. As long as he's busy and happy and not making more of a mess than Nor did. You can just get the vacuum. Can you get the vacuum?
Sure.
That would be really helpful. All right, so I've got my piece of paper. Oh. And I'm just going to call this freezer inventory. When it's done,
How do I turn it on? Or just like...
just like that. Yep, that's it. You can go all the way.
Okay.
Here, let me just do it real quick, okay? No, we're putting this away. You do this, you sweep. It's okay. I'm not gonna sweep up your toes. He's trying to like fight me with the broom now. Is it Tuesday or Monday? It's Monday, right? Okay. All right, Scott, can you put this back for me?
Sure, Mom.
Thanks. Thank you, Cammie. Thanks for sweeping.
Thanks a lot. Hello.
All right. Okay, sorry. So back to freezer organization. Here we go. I'm gonna move you like this so you can see my freezer. And then we will start organizing. Here we go.
Let's finish the tea. Maybe we could go.
So this is funny.
Maybe we could go. Oh, tell her the story when you put
Huh?
Cheese.
Cheese? I put cheese in the freezer?
Ice.
Oh my gosh, yes. You want to hear a really embarrassing story? So I had a pack of pre-sliced cheese. You know how you can just like buy it from the deli section that's like, it's like Land O'Lakes brand or something like that. And it's like vacuum sealed and it wasn't open. So it was in the fridge and I didn't see us using it that week. So I was like, let me just stick it in the freezer and I'll take it out when we can actually use it. And I was really running low on room in my freezer. So I put it at the top here and I accidentally slid it all the way through and it went behind the ice box of the freezer. And I was like, oh, and I'm looking down below. I'm like, where did it fall to? I'm like trying to find it. I could not find this thing of cheese. So I'm like, okay, well, that's gone for now. I don't have time to like search for this packet of cheese. Then, how did I figure it out? I was getting ice.
I'll tell the rest. We were like having this little party at the pool. We went to the pool. Mom got the cooler for all the drinks. She got the ice and saw there was yellow stuff in it, and that's how she found out cheese was in the ice.
So the good thing was I wasn't making anybody like drinks here. I was trying to get ice for the cooler, and I was like, why am I getting shaved cheese in my ice cubes? And it was because when the cheese got pushed to the back, it slid into the tub of ice, which when you press that little button and you want to dispense some ice, it was caught in like the dispenser. So it was actually, it shredded the plastic package open. So it wasn't just cheese, it was plastic and cheese. It was shredding everything. And we were getting like shreds of cheese. And I couldn't figure out how to get the ice bin to like come over. I have since then. So now I know how to, it was a whole thing. I had to clean out, I had to take the ice tray out, clean out the whole thing. And so I learned my lesson, do not put anything up here. Now, this is one thing this is your pistachio cake. Grandma Diggy forgot to eat this. Do you want to save it or?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to eat it today?
Yeah.
You want to try it today? Okay. Because you know how Grandma Diggy doesn't really eat sweets. So.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
She won't want it.
Yeah, okay. So we'll take this out of the freezer and we'll snack on this today. This pistachio cake is amazing.
Extract.
We made it, yes, it has almond extract. It has like hand popped pistachios, hand shelled pistachios that we worked tirelessly on. Our thumbs really hurt. Oh, it's such a good cake. I'll do a recipe one of these days.
My cake.
Okay, this is what's left over from our previous granola batch. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss this because it's really just crumbs, and I'm gonna fill up 2 big bags of it. So that's gonna go in the garbage.
Can I check out my cake?
This is,
I made this myself.
this is like my new thing, and I don't know if you do this, but when we make cookie dough, which we do quite often, we usually make some of it and freeze some of it because it is so easy to just pop cookie dough balls out of the freezer and bake them. They're like thick and chewy and they keep pretty much forever. So this is from when I made crazy caramel cookies. I have a short on the channel if you want to take a look at that. But this was when don't you want to thaw it so you can eat it or no?
I don't want it to get all mushy, so I kept it in there until we're ready.
Well, it's gonna take like at least 30 minutes to an hour to thaw.
Oh.
So yeah. So maybe by the time this program is over. So anyway, I'm not gonna talk too much about every single ingredient, but I'm gonna save these and put them back, but I'm gonna write this. So I'm gonna write 3 cookie dough balls. I'm gonna do, here.
It's hard as a rock.
Whoa, phone's about to fall, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna write right here, 3 cookie dough balls.
3 cookie dough balls.
And then I'm just gonna specify oh no, wait, these aren't crazy caramel cookies. These are, did I call them crazy caramel cookies or ice cream sundae cookies? I think ice cream.
I think crazy caramel
sundae.
Cookies. I don't know, they have like M&Ms.
I think I called them ice cream sundae cookies.
No, I think
so. I just put my item there and I have a box where I can check it off. And then if we only pop like 1 cookie out for some reason, if it's like a night where a day where I just need a ball of cookie dough, I don't even want to bake it, so I want to eat it. Remember what we talked about? Can't talk while I'm talking, okay? Then I'll just cross out the 3 and write a 2 or whatever it is. Okay, so that's that.
If
gonna pop that
I
back
were
in.
you, I would call it like everything cookies.
They're like everything cookies.
Which is
So this, I'm actually gonna leave out because this is just leftover ends of loaves of bread that I've made. You want Timumi Zumi? Yeah, do you know, do we have the remote?
No, it's on the
I know, but he likes to watch it in there. Do you know where the remote is for that?
No,
TV?
still not.
Okay, anyway. So I'm gonna leave these out. Every time I make a loaf of bread and we eat it, I just save the ends if we don't eat them. Sometimes I just like toast them up with butter. But if we don't eat them, I save them and I make croutons out of them or breadcrumbs or baked French toast, whatever. So today we are making croutons, so I'm not gonna write that on the inventory because they are gonna be used up. Okay, so far we're doing like a really good job cleaning. Oh, here's the thing. I bought these Italian ices recently and they were BOGO and I thought my kids would really like them and they really didn't, so I'm just gonna toss the rest out. Okay, I have one frozen pizza in here. It's a really good brand, American Flatbread. Frozen pizza is really good. Okay, so I'm gonna write 1 frozen pizza. Okay, then I have some banana muffins here that I have a video for, I think, or I think I have a short for. And I feel like there are more banana muffins in here somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, so I like to make these in bulk. Like I make like 2 big cans of them and then pop them in the freezer and then I take them out the night before, thaw them, and give them to the kids for breakfast. And
Not to me, I don't like
sometimes I forget about them, so I'm glad I saw these. So there are 9 banana muffins.
Yeah, I think I'm good for the food.
All right, so my granola is about, yep, that's it. Cameron forgot about his tea. I think I didn't waste a tea.
I know,
Yeah, you can do that. All right, so I'm gonna keep my time on there, but I'm just gonna switch my flax here. You don't even have to stir them or anything. They don't burn, they just gently toast. Move that one to the top and then move this one to the bottom. So you can cook really evenly. I'm gonna put it on for another 15 minutes. All right, I've got 15 minutes to finish doing my freezer inventory. Of course, it would probably take a little shorter if I wasn't talking about each individual item, so I'm gonna speed through this a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna put my banana muffins back. I've got a bag of habanero cheddar that I shredded, and this stuff is so good on taco salads. And what else? I mean, you can put on anything like quesadillas and things like that. Obviously, it's habanero, so it's super, super spicy, so I really only put it on mine and Andrew's stuff when we have it. And I also used it on the 5th of July chili that I made recently. There's a live video for that. You have to make it. It's so good. And you sprinkle some cheddar and habanero cheddar on top. Crazy delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna say habanero cheddar. I'm gonna call that probably like 1.5 cups. How do you spell this? I don't know if I spelled that right. Habanero cheddar, 1.5 cups. Okay, so I'm putting that back. Then, I just put these in here. I've been experimenting and working on my peppermint sugar cookie dough recipe, or sugar cookie recipe. I have finally perfected it. I'm just gonna take all the air out of that. Oh, just even breathing in that pepperminty sweet air. So yummy. This is all like the scraps. I was doing cutout cookies, so anytime I had like balls of dough or scraps of dough left over, I would just form it into a ball, and I made these. So that's gonna be amazing. So 6 peppermint cookie dough balls. Okay, so we are moving and shaking. We're doing a great job. Okay. Now we're hitting the real good stuff. We've got lots of frozen yogurt. We do a lot of Publix frozen yogurt in this family. All right. Oh, one more banana muffin. Gotta add that. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Okay, so the next shelf, I have 1 banana muffin, so I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna make that 10 banana muffins. I'm gonna stick that so it's right next to the other ones. Okay, I'm gonna put this, okay, then I have flaxseed meal. I'm gonna put that in there. Flax seed meal, and I'm gonna say that that's about 1 cup left, so that I can look at that and see, do I wanna buy more of it? Always keep your flaxseed meal in the freezer. It stays good forever-ish. I have 1 more of these Mayfield fudge bars, which the kids love as just like a little dessert, so I'm gonna write that. 1 fudge bar. And then obviously we've got the good stuff here. This is here to stay, not for very long because we eat it all the time. So we've got our ice cream. No need to take inventory of that because it does not stay in there very long. And I always am aware of what ice cream I have. Okay, so this, I feel, I don't know what this is, but I feel like it's going to be some sort of, oh, I think I know what it is. I was gonna say a Rice Krispie treat, but I feel like it's when we made those special cray treats. It is. Okay, so I think here's what I'm gonna do. I was gonna say I'll take this out. So these are the special cray treats. Smell really good. I'm gonna save them and I'm gonna put it in some plastic so it doesn't get like, taste like the freezer. Special Rice Krispie treats and this kind of thing, you can freeze them, use them another day. I like to suck the air out. Okay, I'm gonna label this so I don't have to make a guess next time. All right, so.
I'll be watching videos.
Okay, what's Camden doing? Timu Mizumi? Special cray treats. So that's gonna go back in. And gotta write it down here. Special cray treats, and I'm just gonna put 3 because it's like about 3 servings. Okay. This is leftover cookie dough when pre-made cookie dough things were BOGO, and I can't remember what I used them for. It had something to do with putting cookie dough like on ice cream or something. I think we made like cookie dough sundaes. I think that's what it was. So that's gonna go back in. 9 pre-made cookie dough balls. 9, or I should say store-bought. Store-bought cookie dough balls. I'm actually not really a fan of that stuff. I just find a big flavor difference with the pre-made refrigerated dough balls. But I will tell you that the bags or packs in the baking aisle that comes with all the dry ingredients and all you have to add is the egg and the butter, like I think Betty Crocker, or like whatever those brands are, those are actually really good. But the pre-made ones, I got them BOGO because we were doing something just fun with the kids and I knew they wouldn't care. So this is pizza dough, I think, but I wouldn't know because I don't label anything because I'm always in a rush. But now that I have this time, waiting for the granola. Okay, pizza dough. Of course, it's much harder to write pizza dough when it's frozen because there's moisture on it. Okay, so 3 pizza doughs. All right, go back in. Oh, this is bacon grease. Yes. I wanted to save my bacon grease because you can put it in mashed potatoes. You can cook with it. So good. So bacon grease, I'd say about a 1/4 cup. 1/4 cup bacon grease. That's like gold right there. About to say liquid gold, but it's frozen gold. Okay, this is salsa that I froze. And there's really nothing else to say about that. So, I'm just gonna say a jar, it's not a jar, but a jar of salsa. All right, next row. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna do 2 rows here. A lot going on. There's a lot of bacon in here. Bacon was BOGO recently, so just went for it. Oh, I'm so glad I'm doing this. There's so much in here that I need to deal with. All right. All right, like I said before, my kids don't eat these anymore, so I'm just gonna toss them. Okay, I'm also gonna toss this vanilla frozen yogurt because it's from quite a while ago, like blueberry picking time. We were making blueberry crumble with lots of vanilla frozen yogurt, so good. And then we used a little bit more when we did, I think, the cookie dough sundaes. Oh, speaking of tossing things, gosh, this avocado is really old. You know what though? I'm actually gonna put it in the fridge. I might use it tonight because I wanna put avocado on my salad, but the avocados at the store were not even near ripe at all. Do I have something on my lip? It's just a shadow. I have it in a bag with really overripe bananas, hoping to do it, but I'm gonna save this just in case because there's nothing worse than a really underripe avocado when you wanna make your salad with avocado. So I'm sticking that in the fridge and hopefully that will be, because I remember when I did those, they were really, really perfectly ripe. Okay, so no more avocado. These are, I don't need to label them, I know exactly what they are. They are Camden's peanut butter lunch cookies. So I'm gonna put those back and I'm not gonna count them, I'm just gonna write PB lunch cookies, and I know what that is. I have a box of ice cream sandwiches, which the kids love for dessert. But it was buried. Box of ice cream sandwiches. And I might, after I do this, since this is such a long list, I might rewrite this into like, and organize it into like specifically desserts, specifically like bread items or things like that, just so I don't have to like be reading the whole list every time. This is coconut rice that, I just put this stuff in. So these are quesadillas. This one has onions. So this is 1, 2, 3 quesadillas with onions. 3, they're brie quesadillas. So I'm gonna put 3 brie quesadillas with onions. And then there's also a pack of 2 quesadillas, 1 with onions, 1 without. 2 brie quesadillas, 1 with onions, 1 without onions. Okay, so I'm gonna put that, and did I put the coconut rice? Okay, then I have, what is this, like 2 cups of coconut rice, 2 to 3 cups of coconut rice? I'm just gonna put coconut rice. And that is something I can pop out another day, and we can eat them for dinner, for 2 nights probably, maybe even 3. And then I've got tons of bacon here. This was BOGO, so if bacon goes BOGO, I buy a lot of it. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs of bacon. 6 packs of bacon. That's good stuff. I'm gonna pop that in my little freezer drawer here. Then these wraps were BOGO recently. I love these wraps for making turkey and cheese, lettuce, and avocado wraps with some ranch dressing. They're so good. My kids love them too. So I've got, how many wraps left in here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spinach wraps. Got 3 minutes left on the oven timer. I'm gonna put this back in here. And then this was kind of an experimental recipe that I did recently. They're like a pretzel crusted flourless chocolate cake type of thing. And I topped them with strawberries and then melted chocolate and then like pretzel crumbs. It was really, really good. They're basically like just really, really good, like brownie, like crusty brownie cake type things. So I'm gonna save them. So there are 5 chocolate pretzel cake. I'm gonna call that chocolate pretzel cakes. Put that back in here. All right, that's it for there. And then just one more to go through. Oh, except for the side. No, those are mostly ice packs. Okay. These I've had way too long in there. What is this? Sausages. I don't know how long those have been in there, so I'm gonna toss them. These are my Crisco sticks, which of course I'm gonna keep. Make biscuits out of them and cookies and all that good stuff. Okay, so I've got, I love these chicken sausages. I'm actually gonna pop one in the fridge because I'm gonna use it for Wednesday night's dinner, which is just the kids because Andrew goes to youth group. So I'm gonna pop that in the, woo, my fridge needs to be organized too. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that sausage in the fridge, but I'm gonna keep the other 2 packs of chicken sausage, 2 packs chicken sausage, and that's red roasted pepper and Asiago. Roasted pepper and Asiago cheese. All right, my granola's ready. Just hold up 1 second. I'm so close, then I'm gonna take that out. Okay, that's going back in. This is more coconut rice, I think. So there are 2. So I'm just gonna put ×2 coconut rice. So I know that there are 2 containers of them. I'm gonna keep them next to each other. This is a bag of chicken nuggets. I'm gonna keep on hand for quick lunches or dinners. Bag, chicken nugs. And then everything else I'm throwing away. Okay, so now we can, here's my list. And it's like semi-organized, but since there's so much on it, I'm going to write it over and kind of like put, you know, my dessert things together, my random like miscellaneous things together, my breads together, that kind of thing. And I'm gonna toss all this stuff. My garbage is overflowing, but I gotta get my granola out. So hold on 1 sec. And I'm gonna show you how good this granola looks and tastes. And hopefully next time you'll replay this video with all the ingredients, you'll watch it with me, or cook it with me, I should say. Here we go, I'm gonna get my, where are my, the stools are all here. There. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. So golden brown toasty. It smells like heaven. smells like autumn heaven in here. Like it smells like a really good autumn candle. So this is a granola feast right here. Let me see if I can angle this down a little bit. All right, I'm gonna pause so I can make a still shot. As my microwave is blinking behind me. All right, I'm also gonna hold it up for a still shot. Sorry, just bear with me. This is how I make my thumbnails for these videos. All right. Okay. Pose for the camera, sorry, it's painful. Okay, so I am gonna let these sit for a little while. You don't wanna really do anything. I mean, you can eat it for sure, just be careful. But I'm not gonna package it and put it away until they are completely cool. So just let them sit out on the counter, and I'm gonna move these to a safer spot when the camera turns off so Camden doesn't try to pull hot pans of granola onto himself. But I will show you what it kind of looks and tastes like. As it cools, it will also hold together a little bit better. So it's gonna kind of like crumble a little bit as I pick this up because it's still warm. But as it sits and cools, it kind of forms that perfect like granola brick. Not brick in the sense that it's hard to chew, but it's just like all, you know, I was about to say cemented together. That's the wrong term. It's not like cement. It's like a very light binding of the ingredients. It's just lightly sweet. So it's really healthy to give your kids as breakfast, lunch, or snack. Even sometimes for dinner, if I'm cooking something that the kids just absolutely don't like, I always know that I can pop out the granola and they're getting, put it with some yogurt, and they're getting a healthy meal. And there are no complaints about granola ever. So this is so good. It's really good warm, but it's also amazing right out of the freezer. On top of granola, you can put some fruit in it as well, and it's so good. Oh my gosh. The coconut in there has such a yummy, deep flavor to it. It's crispy, but it's also kind of chewy too. It's just so good. So I'm gonna turn off the camera so I can eat a lot more because I know you don't wanna stand here and watch me eat granola right out of the pan. So I'm just gonna end this by saying thank you for joining me. Please subscribe if you have not already. And you're gonna let this sit out. It will come to complete room temperature and be ready to package at probably about 30 minutes to an hour, probably closer to an hour. So just let it sit, and you can keep it at room temperature too. In the fridge, I actually haven't tried. Sometimes like bread items in the fridge don't really hold all that well. They might get a little bit soft, but you can keep it room temperature in an airtight container, probably about a week. But I make so much of it that I just put it in Ziploc bags, and I'm gonna label it this time and add it to my inventory, and then I'm gonna throw it in the freezer, and I take a little measuring cup and scoop it out every time we want it. And this amount lasts for us for probably a good like 2 months. So I only have to do this, every couple of months, and it's easy and fun, and we love it and we love doing it. So thank you for joining me. We will see you next time. Bye.